Ladies, are you tired of your hair breaking off and getting mad relaxers and your hair just won't grow? Well, listen up, because it's time for Cathy's Black Hair Truth Tip about successfully transitioning from chemical relaxers without cutting your hair off. In Chris Rock's hair documentary, Good Hair, he called chemical relaxers creamy crack. Because as often as black women use hair straightening chemicals, you would think we are addicted to them. But a lot of sisters are refusing to become slaves to a process that can cause irreversible baldness. Often it is after your once beautiful long hair starts to thin that you realize it is probably being caused by relaxers. You decide you want to go back to your natural hair, so what do now? Most hairdressers say you have to cut off the relaxer and start over. But the big chop is just not that appealing to most sisters. Some hairdressers will say that you can only grow your hair out with extensions and weaves. Stop the nonsense. You can successfully grow out your chemicals like I did in 2004 without cutting the hair off by following these 5 steps. Number 1, do not use pressing combs on the new growth. Relaxers were never intended to be used with extreme amounts of heat. Never press chemically processed hair, not even the new growth. To straighten your new growth, use a plug-in flat iron. Number 2, strengthen the weakest point of the hair. The weakest point is where the processed hair meets the new growth. I did this with my UBH Deep Conditioner that contains protein to strengthen the hair shaft. Number 3, soften and stretch out the new growth to prevent hair matting. This is one of the most critical steps. After washing your hair, section it off like you're going to oil your scalp. But of course, we know you're not going to do that. Put my satin cream moisturizer on your fingertips and squeeze it up through the new growth like you're picking up something off of a table. Then gently comb through the new growth to stretch it out. Initially, when you still have a lot of relaxer on your hair, it is best to avoid blow drying. After your hair dries, use a flat iron to smooth the 2 textures so they look alike. Number 4, keep moisture constantly going into your hair. No grease products, period. Grease is a lubricant, not a moisturizer. Number 5, avoid overstressing the hair. No excessive tugging, no pulling, and no excessive heat. Detangle with UBH Silky Spray Moisturizer. Successful transitioning requires discipline and common sense, not a pair of scissors. This has been Cathy Howse with another Black Hair Truth Tip for you from ultrablackhair.com.